What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to WWE 2K20, my career mode, continuing Chapter 12 and fighting the Iconics. That's right, opening the show with a tag team match, playa as Red, win by pinfall or submission. Still have 3 reversals and still have some damage here from those cricket bats in the cutscene before the match. And so I welcome you to Friday. We made it. It's the end of the week. Celebrate. SmackDown is tonight, and SmackDown spoilers should be out there, as well as Raw spoilers should be out there, because they're taping those in the UK today. So when this video goes up, those should be out there. In theory, anyway. They should. So, that being said, considering we're heading towards Survivor Series, and considering that NXT has been attacking SmackDown and Raw, and you're in the UK, it would be a pretty logical conclusion that somebody from NXT UK is going to be attacking at SmackDown and or Raw this evening. So would that be Walter and Imperium? Possibly. I would say if I was booking that show, that would be a logical way to have that thing go, is have NXT UK talent attack Raw and SmackDown. Even if they're not going to be at the show for the pay-per-view, you're in the UK, use your UK talent. That makes a lot of sense to me anyway. They might not, but to me, that's what I would do. Say, hey, you're in our territory, you're on our turf. This is brand supremacy. Even if NXT UK is technically a separate brand, it's still NXT. NXT is still family, etc., etc. So, that's just my view on that. We'll see how it goes tonight when SmackDown airs on Fox. Anyhow, speaking of TV and SmackDown and NXT and ratings. So the ratings for this Wednesday, which was your AEW Go Home show for Full Gear End, it was your right back out, locks down. And your NXT show, that's the biggest splash in the world. It's great. I love it. Never changing that splash. It's so good. Your NXT show that had the OC, and that had everybody waiting to see what was going to happen when main roster strikes back on NXT, and only the OC showed up from Raw. That was it. Nobody else showed up. No SmackDown, nothing, right? And with that, with just the OC showing up, what happened? AEW still won, right? But the story here is that they only won by 9,000. That was it. That is a marginal number for your TV ratings. That is incredibly small in terms of a gap in ratings. When you started this war with AEW and NXT, it was... No, come back! No, Billy Kay! That sucks. That extra sucks. Did all that work on Billy Kay, and now Peyton, fresh as a daisy. Fresh as a dang daisy. Nope. So, hot tag. I don't want to do a hot tag. I have to win the match as me. So, as I learned from teaming, the Code of Silence from what? As I learned from teaming with Ronda Rousey, if I tag in the CPU, I don't get to control the CPU. So I'm not tagging in Mickie James to potentially lose this match. It ain't gonna happen. Red alert. Not gonna work, but, you know, worth trying. Why not? 9,000 is pretty small, especially when you consider week 1 between AEW and NXT was like 500,000. So they covered a 500,000 gap in like 6 weeks. That's, yeah, hit the tag. That's bonkers. That's absolutely bonkers. Now, can they maintain that is a whole different question. But they got there. They didn't beat them, but they got there. So kudos to NXT for using your build for your pay-per-view to get better ratings, which is what I said in the first place. I'm like, look, they're only having NXT at this thing for brand supremacy because they want to increase your NXT ratings. It's the only reason. 1, 2, 3, and no! That was non-title, wasn't it? Oh, non-title, boo! Well, that's how wrestling works. The challengers win in non-title and then challenge the champions. And it's probably going to happen at Super Showdown in Australia.
That was awesome! And considering our lack of experience together, I'd say we make a pretty good team.
I did all the work.
I agree. I mean, you know what? I just want to say thank you for doing this. I could be sitting at home right now, but instead we have a chance to win the tag team championships. And even if my career does end, this is a heck of a way to go out.
Before you celebrate too much, we just found out your tag title match will be taking place on our home turf. That's right, in our great country, in front of our fans at Super Showdown.
It doesn't matter. We'll beat you anywhere.
Oh, you should also know it's going to be an Australian rules tag match, which are the most iconic rules.
What does that even mean?
It means it'll be no disqualification, tornado tag. Or willy willy tag, as we say down under. Hey Mickie, you should pack an extra week of clothes. You know, so you can go on holiday in Australia after we end your career. We'll call our grandparents and see if they know of any good senior resorts.
I respect what you're doing for Mickie. I don't think it's going to work out, but it's a nice gesture. Tyler Breeze has some things to say. I'm not going to read them. Feel free to pause it and read them yourself. Okay, hopping on yet another flight to Super Showdown. Anyhow, got some news on the Lucha Bros, who are now exclusive in Mexico to AAA. Still gonna do AEW, obviously, here in the US, perhaps some MLW. I don't know what their deals are with those companies, but in Mexico, no more CMLL, no more Crash, just AAA. So they are now exclusive there to that promotion in that country. Now then, we also have news that Pat McAfee is going to be doing something with the XFL. As a reminder, the XFL is still happening like after the Super Bowl next year, which is pretty soon. So how much Vince will be on that and not on wrestling remains to be seen. And, you know, it's Vince, so who knows? I'm sure he's going to try and do both, but who freaking knows, man? Those tag team titles are coming with me. Unless the cutscene screws me, which is, you know, possible, because cutscenes. Or because of the tornado tag rules, if Mickie James does not hold up her end of the bargain here, which again, is possible. But here we are. I'm gonna do no DQ. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? Peyton and or Billy? I'm not sure which, because this game has terrible graphics. Anyway. So some stuff coming out of Japan about Kenny Omega being not allowed in Japan, or they're trying to not allow him into Japan for reasons. And a lot of folks getting into their conspiracy nonsense, right? About how, oh man, it's New Japan is still salty that he left, and they're trying to get him banned for 10 years. And I'm like, that's kind of not how that works. I don't think they have that kind of sway on the government. But I would imagine if he had a working visa in Japan, and that working visa was sponsored by New Japan, and he's going over there now to work shows for DDT, that could be a potential issue with them. Or something. I don't know. I think it is just visa issues, and, you know, they'll get it worked out. They usually do. But, yeah, so having some problems getting into Japan for those shows for DDT the last couple of times that he's gone over there to do that in the past couple of months. Now then, I gotta get Billy Kay to Yellow Health, which I think is the other one? I think. I mean, hey, look, it's no DQ. So therefore, where's the... You're going to say there's no cricket bat here under the ring in Australia. I am disappointed. Also, this targeting is freaking terrible. So, whatever, man. We do what we do. Mickie in the ring, doing big things. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that, as I am over here just trying to do small things with a steel chair to Billie Kay. Get her into the yellow help, baby. There we go. All right. Complete. Now, as red, Irish Whip Billie Kay while she is in the ring, while Mickie just keeps going to the top rope. Just repeatedly going to the top rope. All right. What are you doing, Mickie James? Irish Whip. Cutscene.
Red goes for the Irish Whip, but gets sent into the corner instead. And now
Double team.
come the Iconics, pouring it on in front of their home crowd. This does not look good for Red and Mickie, and by extension, Mickie's career.
Wait.
What are the Iconics doing?
Oh, come on now. I looked for those, and they weren't there. You lied to me, game. You lied to me.
Red and Mickie
Nope.
have other plans. This is a bit of revenge for what took place
Revenge.
before their match on SmackDown Live. And since Australian rules is no disqualification, it's perfectly legal.
So now we have them. I couldn't get it before, but now we have them. That's funny. Win by pinfall or submission. Well, I'm already at the locks down. Locks. Wrist control down. Pick her up. No, pick her up. Sure. 2. Oh, come on, Mickie. How could you not get that pinfall? I set it up for you. It was all set up for you, and you didn't do it. What's going on here? Take the L. 1, 2, 2 count. Okay, now we're going to be in the thick of things here in this match. And see if we can't beat them down with these bats unto oblivion. Mickie knows she is not messing around. Good God Almighty. Not messing around at all. Just absolute devastation. Devastation in Australia. Down under. That's it, man. That's it. Ain't taking no more. And no!
To win this match under the pressure they faced and do it in enemy territory under the Iconics rules is truly impressive. Honestly, I think a lot of credit goes to Red and her list. Someone said it before the match. That list is a powerful motivational tool for Red. Yeah, that someone was me, Corey. Nah, it couldn't have been you. Probably was Cole.
Hooray! One more thing crossed off that list.
And that's how Mickie James went from being a hero and mentor of mine to more than that. She was now my tag team partner and, more importantly, my friend.
Oh, that's nice. But aren't you skipping over a pretty important part?
How about we move on? Don't you want to talk about when you were on the cover of WWE 2K20?
I do. But hang on a second. Earlier, you put me on blast for having some trivial goals. So now it's my turn to call you out for a time when you let the list steer you down a questionable path. This is a night to remember our careers, good and bad.
Fine. If you want to talk about it so much, then you tell the story.
Okay. After they became tag team champions, it turned everything around for Mickie. She even ended up earning a SmackDown Live Women's Championship opportunity against Kairi Sane.
And then the man came around. I mean, yeah, we're going to play the match. Come on now. I'm playing every match. Regardless. Come on now. That's what I do. There was one last bit of thing here that I'm kind of not going to get into on this video because these videos are just doing worse and worse every day. But I do want to have it in its own video, and I'm going to briefly mention it here. There was a 2K earnings call, I guess, yesterday, where they mentioned 2K20 and how they were disappointed in the feedback and the reviews, and they think there is a long-term opportunity to grow by improving the quality of the game. And I have a lot of thoughts on that I'm going to get into hopefully in a different video later on today. But really, you're disappointed? The only people who should be disappointed with this game are the people who spent $60 on this game. Not, oh, we're so sad about the reviews and the feedback. Well, here's an idea. Make a better game, morons. I'm ringside. Okay. I'm ringside, and I'm playing as Mickie, not playing as me at ringside. That's, I think, a first here for this career, where I'm not playing as myself. Interesting. Well, let's try to make short work here of Kairi, and I'm sure a thing will happen here at the end of this, somehow, some way, if I gotta fight Mickie when she's champion, or, you know, I know at some point we're gonna see Becky Lynch, so where does that play into things in this story mode, my career? Which, again, I've been enjoying this my career. It seems to me as if the people who are making this my career actually watch wrestling, and that's encouraging, let me tell you. Encouraging. But the gameplay part of it, you know, not so much. Not so much. Alright, well, there's so many of the majors this year when it was not the case in previous years, and that's kind of upsetting, which is why I have it set on limited reversals and not unlimited, because that makes the matches that much harder. I think the thing for me is that I don't want to watch these cutscenes again, and I know if I lose the match, that's probably going to happen. So, yeah, I'd prefer not to do that repeatedly because of a nonsense finish, because of a broken game. Anyhow, Kairi, I'm gonna fly on the Pirate Princess. And I've been saying over and over that if they do not have Kairi have a special entrance at WrestleMania next year in the Buccaneers Stadium, then somebody really screwed up. That is just the most common sense thing in the world. You have a pirate character, you're going to a pirate stadium. Good God, y'all better use that. All I'm saying. Y'all better use that. That ship fires cannons. That'd be a great entrance for Kairi at Mania. Come on now. Anyhow, we still have to win here by pinfall or submission. One hundo. Mick kick. Pinfall. 1, 2 count. And then after the kick, we get the DDT. Baby. Boom. Planet her. Flush. 1, 2, 3. And new.
Continues. Mickie James is now one half of the tag team champions and your new SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
Mickie 2 belts.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this. Somehow, Mickie continues to defy the odds. It's like every time she's back
Mickie
into
2 belts.
she somehow finds a new way to escape. Congratulations, Mickie. You earned every bit of this.
I feel like you've been a little off lately. You're moody, quick to lash out, overly judgmental about my decisions.
It all sounds like typical me.
Maybe those weren't the best examples, but I've known you long enough to realize when something's bothering you.
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of getting impatient. I mean, teaming with Mickie has been fun, but I never thought it would last this long, and I definitely didn't see her singles title run happening. Now I'm basically waiting for someone to beat her so I can go after the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I've been dying to cross that off.
Some might say you're a bit too focused on the list.
Who's some? Are you some?
Look, if you want my advice, I see 2 ways for you to get what you want. But the first option wouldn't be very honorable.
What do you mean?
If you and Mickie were to somehow lose your tag titles, then Mickie would be forced to retire and vacate her women's title, leaving you free to pursue it. Option number 2, the more straight-up way of doing things, would be for you to tell Mickie exactly how you feel and challenge her to a match for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, potentially crossing that off the list. But if you beat her, you'd also lose the tag titles and worse, end the career of your idol/friend.
I don't really love either option.
This business forces you to make some tough decisions. But at least you're not choosing between competing in a tag title match or saving your mangled ear like Mick Foley once had to do.
No, but if losing my ear was option 3, I'd think I'd take it.
The alternative is just waiting around for something to happen, and who knows how long that could take.
You're right. I guess I should
Wait. Who in their right mind is taking the finger poke of doom and laying down intentionally to retire Mickie? You challenge like you should. Uh-huh. That's how that works.
Hey, Mickie. I need to talk to you about something. It's kind of personal, sorry.
We'll catch up later. What's going on? Is everything okay?
Who was
Yeah,
she
well,
talking to?
Not really. It's just lately... I'll just come out and say it. I want your title. And I know what that means for you and for us, but I don't think I can sit back any longer.
You know what? I was waiting for this moment.
You were?
Look, I know who you are, what you're made of, what got you here. You're driven to be the very best. And I knew that being tag team champions would only satisfy you for so long.
So you don't hate me?
No, I get it. I actually respect you for your honesty. I can think of a couple other ways this could have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
But if I beat you, it's all over.
If it's going to come to an end, and it will, sooner rather than later, I want you to be the one that does it. Besides, none of this would have even happened if it wasn't for you. But with all that said, I've come too far to just roll over. If you face me for my title, you better be ready for a fight.
You know me. I wouldn't want it any other way.
That's 100% Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, which is thumbs up, man. Good stuff. But this match is going to have to wait until next time, because I am out of time for today. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos on this channel. Tune in next time. See you there. And I'm out.
Welcome to another edition of Women Who Fight, where we have breaking news. The new team of Red and Mickie James will get a tag team championship opportunity at Super Showdown.
You neglected to mention it will be an Australian rules tag match in front of the Iconics' home crowd. I think all of that adds up to this being Mickie James's final match.
You know, as our resident WWE expert, I have to mention that Ric Flair faced a similar career-ending stipulation years ago, and he went on to win quite a few matches before Shawn Michaels eventually retired him at WrestleMania. I think this situation could motivate Mickie James to go on a similar winning streak.
Ric Flair and Mickie James are two completely different people in two completely different eras. Besides, Flair was competing in singles matches, not as part of a team, which means Mickie's career is not only in her own hands, but also Red's. That's a lot of pressure.
Well, if anyone can handle that kind of pressure, it's Red. She's been a champion everywhere she's gone, and her win-loss record is one of the best we've ever seen. Not to mention, Mickie James is a hero of hers. I mean, the last thing Red wants to do is let her down.
But that win-loss record you mentioned is from singles matches. Red's never been part of a team. Meanwhile, the Iconics have been teaming for years. They grew up together.
Okay. Can we at least agree that it was a good thing that Red and Mickie interrupted the Iconics' rules of cricket?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of interested to learn more about it. Seems like a cool sport.
Seriously?
You know, maybe we should start talking about cricket on the show. Would probably get about as much time as MMA does.
Here we go again. All right, fine. I'll wrap this up by saying I firmly believe we'll see new tag team champions coming out of Super Showdown, and more importantly, Mickie James will go on to fight another day.
Sorry, can you repeat all that? I was reading about cricket.
Really?
Mm-hmm.